This year, like a lot of companies, OnePlus opted for a completely digital press launch for their 2020 flagships, and that's exactly what the OnePlus 8 Pro is, a flagship. OnePlus has completely shed the pretense of the idea of budget-friendly and flagship killer. Now, they're targeting the high-end, Samsung and Apple-saturated market of true flagships. In this video, since it's been roughly 2 months since release, we'll be taking a look at the OnePlus 8 Pro and see if it's a strong contender now that the honeymoon stage is over. The design has continued to impress me. The smooth curves, gorgeous glacial green color, and beautiful screen are really something else. That said, I'm rather tired of the waterfall display. I've said this in the past, but while I'm aware that a lot of modern smartphones are taking this approach, I personally miss the flat or flattish displays of yesteryear. I'm sure some keyboard warriors will sound off in the comments on how waterfall display is the future and every phone should adopt it. The accidental input I keep getting is annoying. To each their own, I guess. Obviously, it's only been a couple months since the 8 Pro was released, but its performance hasn't wavered. It's still the speed demon that it was on first boot. Looking ahead, it's practically guaranteed to be an excellent performer for years, especially considering OnePlus's track record in this regard. The in-display fingerprint sensor is very fast, and no longer feels like an issue or a point of friction when I pick up the phone and unlock it. A simple tap and I'm in. I've customized the scanning animation to be this one here, as I think it looks pretty slick. Battery life is certainly solid. Obviously, the higher resolution and refresh rate of the display drains it a bit more, but largely speaking, it lasts a full day of moderate to heavy use. If you optimize the display settings to ratchet them down to consume less power, the 8 Pro will last a lot longer. And that said, I didn't find myself wanting for power by the end of the day, and of course with Warp Charge, charging speeds are not an issue at all. What's even more exciting is the fact that for the first time ever, this is a OnePlus phone that supports wireless charging. And not only that, it supports Warp Charge 30 wireless, which is lightning fast wireless charging by OnePlus. According to OnePlus, they opted to hold off on adding wireless charging features to their flagships until they could bring something that was fast enough to be good enough replacement to standard wired charging. When it comes to software, the OnePlus 8 Pro is currently up to date with the latest version of Android 10. OnePlus smartphones in general, especially last year, have had slightly irregular software updates. And in general, the handset seem to get security updates on a bi-monthly basis, which isn't amazing. It's okay, but it certainly isn't outstanding. My OnePlus 8 Pro is on the May security patch, 1 month behind. On to the camera. This was the first OnePlus camera that finally felt as though it could stand up against the giants. Images coming out of this camera were bright, well exposed, sharp, saturated, well, pretty much all the things. However, that's only with regards to the primary shooter. The tele and ultra-wide were quite poor in comparison to the main lens, unfortunately. And that said, it's so refreshing to see OnePlus beginning to tackle what is easily one of the main critiques we had with them, poor camera quality. They're not there yet, but this kind of forward progression is what we've wanted for a while. One interesting thing to note about the 8 Pro is the news around the fourth camera. Apparently Ben Gaskin on Twitter noticed that the photochrome mode actually functioned as a slight X-ray camera when it came to certain materials due to it lacking an IR filter. All in all, the OnePlus 8 Pro is truly an impressive pro smartphone. And like last OnePlus phones, we can confidently recommend the OnePlus 8 Pro. And honestly, given the improvements in charging technology and camera performance, this is a phone I can recommend even more enthusiastically than ever. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up as that helps a lot. If you'd like to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe to the Android Police channel. If you'd like to subscribe to my personal channel as well, feel free to click on my face here. My name is Jackson Hayes, and this is Android Police.